Now,
Now,
we've been
we've been
talking
talking
about the
about
loss
the
of
loss
animal
of animal
habitat from
habitat from
housing
housing
developments,
developments,
growing
growing
cities,
cities,
small
small
habitat losses.
habitat losses.
But today I
But
want to
today I
begin
will
talking
begin
about what
talking
happens
about what
when
happens
habitat
when
is
habitat
reduced
is
across a
reduced across a
large
large
area.
area.
There are, of
There
course,
are,
animal
of course,
species that
animal species
require
that
large
require
areas of
large area
habitat,
of
and
habitat, and
some
some
migrate over
migrate
very
over
long
very long
distances.
distances.
So, what's the
So
impact of
what's the impact
habitat
of
loss
habitat
on
loss on
those
those
animals,
animals,
animals
the
that
animals that
need
need
large areas of
large areas
habitat?
of habitat?
Well, I'll
Well,
use the
I'll use the
hummingbirds as an
hummingbirds
example.
as an example.
Now, you know a
Now, you
hummingbird
know
is
hummingbird
amazingly
is
small,
amazingly
but
small,
even though
but
it's
even
really
though it's
tiny,
really
it
tiny, it
migrates over
migrates
very
over
long
very long
distances,
distances.
travels up and down the
Travels up
Western
on
Hemisphere, the Americas,
the
back
Americas,
and
back
forth
and
between
forth
where it
between
breeds in the
where it
summer
breeds in
and
the
the warmer
summer and
climates
warmer
where it
climates,
spends the winter.
it's winter.
So, we would say
So
that
we
this
would
whole
say that
area
the
over which
whole
it
area
migrates is
which
its
it
habitat,
migrates needs
because on
habitat
this long
because on
distance
this long
journey, it
distance
needs to
journey it
come down
needs to
to
come
feed
down
and
to feed
sleep
and
every
sleep
so often,
every so
right?
often, right?
Well, the
Well,
hummingbird
the
beats its wings,
hummingbird
get
beats its
this,
wings get
about
this about
3,000 times per
3,000
minute.
times per
So you
minute.
think,
So you think,
wow, it must
wow, it
need a lot
must
of
be
energy,
need
a
a
lot of
lot of
food,
energy, a lot
right?
of food, right?
Well, it does.
No, it
It drinks
does.
a
It drinks
lot
a
of
lot
nectar
of
from
nectar
flowers
from
and
flowers
feeds on
and
some
fish
insects, but
on some
it's
insects, but
energy
it's
efficient
energy
too.
efficient
You
too.
can't say it
You
isn't.
can
I mean,
say it isn't.
as it flies
I mean,
all the way
as it
across the
flies
Gulf of
all the
Mexico, it
way
uses up almost none
Mexico,
of
it
its
uses
body
up
fat.
none of its
But
water.
that doesn't mean it
But
doesn't need to
that's
eat.
doesn't eat.
So
So the
hummingbirds have to rely
hummingbird have
on
to rely
plants
on
in their
plants
natural
in their
habitat.
natural habitat.
And it goes
And
without
it goes
saying, but,
without saying, but,
well,
well,
the opposite's
the
true as
opposite
well.
is true as
Plants
well.
depend on
Plants depends
hummingbirds
on
too.
hummingbirds too.
There are some
And
flowers
there
that
are
can
some
only
flowers
be
that can
pollinated
only
by
be
the hummingbird
pollinated by the
without it stopping
hummingbird
to
without
feed
it
and
stopping to
spreading
feed and
pollen from
spread
flower to
pollen
flower.
from
These
flower to flower.
plants
These
would cease
plants
to
will
exist.
cease to exist.
But the problem,
What's the
well,
problem? Well,
as
as
natural
natural
habitat
habitat
along these
around
migration
this
routes is
migration route
developed
is
by
developed
humans
by
for
humans for
housing or
housing or
agriculture or
agriculture or
cleared for
cleared
raising
for
cattle,
raising
for
cattle,
instance.
for instance.
There's less
There's
food
a less food
available for
available for
migrating
migrating
hummingbirds.
hummingbirds.
Their nesting
Their
sites are
nesting
affected
sites are
too,
affected
the same by
too,
the
the
same
same by the
sorts of
same sorts
human
of human
activities.
activities.
And all of
And
these
all of
activities
these
pose a
activities
real threat
pose a
to the
real
hummingbird
threat
population.
to hummingbirds'
So,
population.
to help them
So to help
survive,
them
we
survive,
need to
we needed to
preserve their
preserve their
habitats.
habitats.
And one of the
And one
concrete
of the
ways people
concrete
have been
ways
doing
people
this
have
is
been
by
doing
cleaning
this is
up
by cleaning
polluted
up
habitat areas
polluted
and then
habitat areas,
replanting flowers,
replanting flower,
replanting native flowers
replanting
that
native
hummingbirds
flowers
feed on.
that hummingbirds feed on.
Promoting ecological
Promoting
tourism is another way to
ecological
help save
tourism
their
is another way
habitat,
to help
as
save
the
them.
number of
As the
visitors,
number of visitors,
ecotourists, who come
ecotourists
to
who
hummingbird
come to
habitats to
hummingbird
watch the
habitats to
birds,
watch the birds.
the more
The
the number
more
of
the
visitors
number of
grows,
visitors
the more
grows, the
local
more local
businesses profit.
businesses is
So
profit.
ecological
So
tourism
ecological
can bring
tourism
financial
can bring
rewards.
financial
All the
rewards.
more reason to
All the more
value
reason
these
to
beautiful
value
little
these
creatures in their
beautiful little
habitat, right?
creatures in their habitat, right?
But to
And
understand
to
more about
understand more
how to
about
protect
how
and
to protect
support
them, to
hummingbirds the
support
best we
ourselves
can, we've got to
hummingbirds we
learn more
can,
about their
we've got to
breeding,
learn more
nesting
about their
sites,
breeding,
and
nesting site, and the
migration routes,
migration route,
and also
and
about the natural
also the
habitats we
natural
find
habitat
there.
we find there.
That should help us
That
determine
just
how to
helps
prevent
us
further
determine
decline
how
in
to
the population.
prevent the further decline in the
A good
population. A
research
good
method, a
research
good way
method,
to
a
learn
good way to
more,
learn
is by
more is by
running a banding study.
running a banding study.
Banding the birds allows us to track them over their lifetime. It's a practice that's been used by researchers for years. In fact, most of what we know about hummingbirds comes from banding studies, where we capture a hummingbird and make sure all the information about it, like its weight and age and length, are all recorded and put into an international information database. And then we place an extremely lightweight band around one of its legs. Well, what looks like a leg, although technically it's considered part of the bird's foot. Anyway, these bands are perfectly safe, and some hummingbirds have worn them for years with no evidence of any problems. The band is labeled with a tracking number. Oh, and there's a phone number on the band for people to call for free to report a banded bird they've found or recaptured. So when a banded bird is recaptured and reported, we learn about its migration route, its growth, and how long it's been alive, its lifespan. One recaptured bird had been banded almost 12 years earlier. She's one of the oldest hummingbirds on record. Another interesting thing we've learned is that some hummingbirds, they no longer use a certain route. Another interesting thing, recaptured bird had been banded almost twice, recaptured and reported. We learn about its migration. Route, its growth, and how long it's been alive, its lifespan. One recaptured bird had been banded almost 12 years earlier. She's one of the oldest hummingbirds on record. Another interesting thing we've learned is that some hummingbirds, they no longer use a certain route. They travel by a different route to reach their destination. And findings like these have been of interest to biologists and environmental scientists in a number of countries who are trying to understand the complexities of how changes in habitat affect the species in it.
Film in the 1920s and 30s.